Hello friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks. And today I'm going to talk about Sundram Fasteners. Will the up move continue in this stock or one should avoid it? So let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation and people taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Sundaram Fasteners, here's some requests that kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions in greater detail on a daily basis. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a number of podcasts that I put up from time to time. And if you can pay $100 upfront, then you get 1 year access by paying for 10 months, so that's a 20% extra discount that you have. Also take the membership on the second of every month because that is the cycle that you have. But if you want to take a yearly membership, you can take it anytime and you'll have 1 year access straight away. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me and we can work things out with a fee. Now about the company established in 1962, Sundram Fasteners is into auto components manufacturing and to the ancillary space for automobiles. Expertise lies in making fasteners and spare parts, and it boasts of marquee clients. It is spread across India and some countries abroad as well. Also produces rear view mirrors for vehicles. Clients include Suzuki, Honda, Yamaha, Bajaj, and LML, etc. So there are many two-wheeler, four-wheeler clients that Sundaram Fasteners currently have. If you look at the numbers, and these are June quarter numbers for this year versus last year, so market cap currently is around 16-17,000 crores, which has gone up from around 8 to 9,000 crores a year back. So it has nearly doubled from those levels. Sales have been appreciably higher, 1100 crores versus 380 crores, and you may understand that last year June quarter was a washout, so that's why this sales number look extremely swelled up. Profit of 120 crores versus 27 crores is absolutely fabulous, and that is probably the reason why the stock has surged so much. Interest burden is reducing now as the profit has surged, so they are paying debt, which has led to the interest burden getting reduced. Dividend yield is also good, and it currently trades at 26-27 times earnings, so was very cheap probably a year back, but now I would say it is reasonably valued. Decent combined promoter and institutional holding that the stock has. If you look at the performance of the stock, then stock has remained steady till February of 2020 and then fallen 50% from those highs and went to below 400 levels at that point of time. But stock has more than doubled from those March 2020 levels. So in the last 15-16 months, it has done appreciably well, and and has more than doubled 120% upside at the top at around 820 830. It made the top. Business is picking up as world opens up, and I believe from FY23 onwards there will be smooth numbers from autos as well. So results are strong and set to get better going forward, and I think probably 1 or 2 quarters could be up and down, but from FY23 onwards things will get much better. So why the slowdown took place at the first place? So auto industry was under stress and under stress since 2018 here in India. So basically manufacturing, auto industry, job sector in this sector, whether textile or autos, etc. Manufacturing as an overall sector into different arenas have taken a hit from 2017 end, and 2019-20 with the pandemic, it has taken a toll on these industries and many jobs got lost. Many companies retrenched their you can say workforce, and that happened because of the business completely getting halted last year from April to July, August, and then things started to pick up. So economic slowdown hurt infra to the core and hurt this whole business to the core, and projection of further stress in the next 2 years meant that people started selling these stocks more. So in the last 6 months, 8 months, from January onwards, what has happened is that people thought that all over 21 and 22 will not be that great for the manufacturing sector. So the selling began in earnest after the stock made a top. So all these industries, whether textile, infrastructure, capital goods, real estates, or auto industry, took a great hit in this kind of a slowdown. So the sector went out of favor, and we saw that auto and ancillary, apart from one or two companies, even those companies have not done that well. They have retraced back to their previous level. So overall, the industry has suffered, and I believe that next 6 months could be difficult. But after that, things will get better. The third wave we have to just navigate through the third wave, and then things will get better going forward. If you look at the technicals, then major long-term support is around 670. So any declines towards 750, 760 is a very good buying opportunity. Any 4-5% decline from these levels. A resistance zone is around 880, 900. Once 900, 920 is taken out, we could see a strong up move towards 12, 1300. So we have to look at those levels as well. It is looking strong on charts. After doubling, it has consolidated, but can be bought on any declines, and it can be traded with a stop loss of around 10%. So my call on the stock is that if you have it from lower levels, kindly hold on to it. If you have it from higher levels, hold 2 to 3 years and you'll get your prices. And if you do not have, do not buy into it. There are other auto ancillary companies that you can look at, and I have talked about it. Then be with the best of the companies, and cycle will turn around in 2 or 3 quarters. I think it won't take more than 2 to 3 quarters for the complete cycle to turn around. And buy top players in this industry. Either pure auto players would be better rather than buying into ancillaries, so kindly take that on to note. Or even if you want to buy into ancillary companies, then buy the topmost company here, and we all know about it, so probably you can get in there. It has fallen around 20 to 30% from the top, rather than buying into any other auto ancillary company. It's a good 3 year play. It's not a play that could reward you in 6 to 8 months. Kindly take that on note. Yes, there could be a situation that you become lucky and you get the stock at the very least for the short haul, and it goes up 20-30%. But I believe that if you are getting into this sector of autos or manufacturing, then you have to have patience from a 2 to 4 year time frame. Otherwise it will be very difficult to eke out a lot of profits from it, and I don't believe in getting 5 to 8 or 10% profits and just that's about it. And have a holding that is between 5 to 10%. Probably mix it with your large caps. That would be a good thing to do, rather than buying all such kind of mid or small cap companies. So that would be the call. So this was my video on Sundaram Fasteners. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it. And kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.